Time for babka. Who doesn't like a good babka? Chocolate cream, and then some nice sweet dough to go with it. But I'm going to make it a bit different, you see. But first we need to make the dough. The dough I'm going to show you there is not a very soft dough. It's quite tight, but it's easy to roll for later. But it's rich with butter, eggs, full fat milk, salt, and sugar, and strong bread flour. As usual, I'm going to put my liquid first. I'm going to break my eggs into my milk. So liquid in my bowl. Oh, yeah, I forgot my yeast in here. Yeast in my flour, like so. The flour on top. Again, I use fresh yeast, but again, if you dry yeast, it will do the trick. Rub it in. Don't worry too much, don't faff. It's good. Just rub it in a little bit. We're good. And then on the top of the liquid, the butter. It's been out of the fridge. I give it a squash. Perfect. Again, don't faff around, cut it off. It's absolutely fine. Sugar and the salt. Very simple dough. So I'm on the number 2 speed now. Blend all the ingredients together. When they're all together, at 4 minutes, then we go increase the speed. So give me time to clear up a little bit. So the dough is nearly ready now. It's all together. I can hear the mixer working hard. It stops sticking. I'm about 30 seconds on the way now. We're good. So let's unhook it. So as you see with every dough, every type of bread you're making, sweet, bread, baguette, whatever, every dough has got its own personality. So they will feel different in your finger. That's why I love working with my hand, because you feel what it should be like. So this one here, you can see, is not as sticky as like a baguette dough or bread dough. It's much more velvety and beautiful if you look at it now. So I'm going to finish it off still, as I do, always the top, always the bottom. But this one, because it doesn't stick, we feel a bit more like we want to play with it. Don't overdo it. If you don't need to play with it, don't play with it. But just to finish it off, this way, just put in your fingers out and just roll it over itself a few times. Just that, and bring it together. So my top is always on top still, and my seam underneath there, and just fold it over itself, like so. So that dough is ready to rest now. I just love the feel of it. Doesn't stick, don't put flour. So in a bowl, and then just a cloth on top, and leave it to rest for an hour. So we're back with our babka now. The dough has been rested for an hour. I'm going to turn the dough over, and the magic is going to happen. We'll put some chocolate crème pâtissière on top, and then fold them in a way that you haven't seen before. So you can see my dough still firm, so it's easy to roll. Little flour, not too much, fine dusting. And again, I'm going to tip the dough over, so my top in here goes down. Beautiful. Look how buttery it is. Eggs. Gorgeous. Press it down. And then we use a rolling pin and give it a good roll. And you can see how stretchy that dough is. The beauty with that dough, you can make so many different things. We're going to do the babka. You could do Chelsea bun with this. You could do cinnamon buns. It's very, very, very versatile. That should be fine. So now we're going to put some crème pâtissière on top. So our chocolate crème pâtissière is nice and cold. Now it's very tempting to put too much. If you put too much, it will seep out everywhere. Just put enough, but not to go over the top. And then use a palette knife to spray it. But you want a little cream everywhere. Again, nothing stops you to put some nuts on top, some sultanas, whatever you want to. It's up to you. We're good. So now I'm going to fold the dough. I'm going to bring this up to the center in here, and this one to go over the top. So you got layers like that. So a bit tricky, but in one go, done. Go away, good. And this one, again, in one movement over the top. I'm good with dough, but as soon as I touch chocolate, it goes everywhere, so you've been warned. That's good. Just a little flat there. And this should give you 24 small one, 6 big one. We want about a good 16, 18 buns. So I'm going to cut in half first. And then that's what we need roughly for the size. So to make them all equal, so they bake all in the same time. Here we go. And then I'll get some little muffin tin, like so. So they're being greased with a bit of oil. And now, watch this. Make some space. You can see your layers there of the dough. You could bake them like that if you wanted to, but watch. Bit of flour. So that's my cut side in here, and my open side is here. Press them gently. Put your finger there. Clean cut. And another one there. Open the legs, and then plait it. So again, you could bake them like that. Looks very nice. But what we're going to do is to roll them over themselves. And look what you got now. Little knot like that. A mini babka in a tin. So it's all about speed now. Especially if you've got a warm kitchen, the dough starts moving, so it's to work fast. There you go. But now that's going to prove now. It won't take long. The dough is quite lively. It's about 45 minutes, and then we put some egg glaze on top and bake them light in the oven, and then we eat them. They are beautiful. So now it's time to bake. We're going to bake our mini babka. But before I put them in the oven, the oven is at 180 degrees. You don't want it too hot. It's a sweet dough. If it's too hot, you're going to burn them. But first, we're going to put some glaze on top. So my glaze is just pure whole eggs and a pinch of salt to burn it. And you can see, after a few minutes, your eggs become very liquid and a dark orange color. That's the secret of a good egg wash. So I'm going to put 2 thin layers of eggs on top. You don't want to put a whole omelette, you know, just only like that. When I glaze, it always reminds me when I used to glaze croissant in the bakery when I was an apprentice. We used to have 100 of them. And you get the knack with your wrist to go around and do the tray as fast as possible. It's a real skill. So you don't want to squash your pastry. It's just about a very light wrist to turn your brush all the time. You don't want to press down. My boss used to say you carry the croissant with the brush. That's done. So now in the oven. So buns are in the oven. Hey, they're going to take about 12-15 minutes maximum, especially the tray with just 2 on it. I didn't put steam on it. When you put egg glaze on top, you don't need steam. Okay, so keep an eye on them. If you got hot spot in your oven, also keep an eye on it. You don't want them to be overbaked. You want them to be soft when you eat them. Cool. The buns are ready. I can smell them. That typical bun, sweet, buttery, eggy, and the chocolate woofed in from the oven. Love it. Multi-skill. Look at this. Gorgeous. So you don't want to overbake them. You want that nice softness and gooiness when you eat them. You can put some syrup on top. You can put all sorts. Ice and sugar. Perfect. But look at this. Look at this. Still very hot there. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Still soft and nice there. Don't overbake them. So let them settle down for a couple of minutes, and then you can take a spoon and put them on a cooling rack, or just when they're cold enough, just turn them upside down there, so they just dry a little bit. It's nice. So look at this. It's like layers everywhere. It looks very complex to make, but actually you can see the trick of doing it. Your friends will love this. They will ask you, how do you do it? And don't tell them, okay? It's your secret. It's beautiful. I might just tear one open. Look at that. Steaming. Oh. Is it too hot to eat? Nah. Let's try it. Enough. Enjoy.